Is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. 56. I got it. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
Here's Rudolph. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Patch it. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The solid stiff arm. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now a give, right side. Jackson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the there he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Justin Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready? 18 Gator.
6, right there, 56. Watch the run. They're running it.
Go.
On second down, here's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Deep grip.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Wrap it.
Hey, orbit.
Like 56.
Five.
Now Rudolph. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Ready.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
Okay, ready?
Mark, boys, 56. Check 56. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now.
To throw again on second down. Rudolph. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. From the gun, here's Rudolph. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now it's Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Rudolph with third and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers wide open. It's Allen, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, exit.
Come on.
Rivers on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rivers now to throw on first down. Caught right side, Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You better be afraid of me, son!
To the air again here, Rivers. And he rifles one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers again. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback. Go.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
You're not ready.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. 3rd and long for Rivers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Back to throw, Rudolph. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big...
Rudolph loses the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the pressure gets to him again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Adam Humphries. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
0.
Here we go. Slam, slam.
Load it. Load it. Run 80. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, D. Banjo, banjo, banjo.
Keep it skinny.
56.
From the gun, Rivers escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Load it. Load it.
Sting on the slot. Sting on the slot.
1-5-4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they
threw an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
56. Mike 56, right there, 56. Here we go, D, get off the field. 56 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Pull it high.
Alert 3.
Ready, go. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
70.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now. And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 24.
56.
Bravo.
6 right there,
Red.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's right.
Easy.
Now Rivers. Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike 56.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll run again with Jackson, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right
Hey,
there.
Wahoo!
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Watch the slip. Load it. Load it. Load it. Load it. Hey, Charlie. Wait, 89.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant. 25.
You draw Corkers.
Kill, kill, kill.
Shoot.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Break.
56. Check 56.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Come.
Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 56.
Hey, Alpha.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Mike 56.
Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Go, go.
56. Mott's 56.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
56 to Mott, boys. 56.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Rip left, rip left.
Lead grip, lead grip.
Rudolph looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm going to go load it. Load it. Five.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey, Delta!
56.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
56.
56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, high 7.
56 to Mott, boys. 56.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Right side caught by Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Jackson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Chargers.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out right to Bourne.
Round 80! Round 80!
56.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Left side caught by Matthews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Team 6. Team 6.
On second and goal, Rivers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. Rivers to throw for it on fourth. Flushed out right. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Fourth down, and now that leads to a first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Ruled out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Check, green 80! Hey, brown 80!
Check the outs, check the outs, check the
The
outs.
Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Keep it skinny!
56. Mike.
Small!
Right there. 56.
White, 89!
Rivers here to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go! 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Ready!
To the right side, complete to Taylor. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
but drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
So don't say nothing.
Tighten up, tighten. X3. 218, chopper.
Check, 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 check.
Get it.
Rudolph on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Ready.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we have you.
Look, squeeze. Shoot.
One last throw here for Rudolph. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5.